Mai-Tri is a channelized meditation for the sake of releasing people's traumas, captured emotions, and trapped feelings, fears, and thus releasing them from all these bindings. Mai-Tri is a structured method to release people from their inherent conditions and to bring forth good health, vitality, and a good life ahead. It gives stability, it gives peace, and also it can give a lot of strength in daily life, emotional strength, physical decision-making strength, all sorts of things. Mai-Tri is not exactly for healing. Mai-Tri is for releasing. And releasing the trapped emotions causes healing. So Mai-Tri is not programmed for healing anything. Instead, it is programmed for cleansing, securing a person's energy field, and thus making a person healthy so that no negative or no emotions which are of binding nature enters them. And thus it gives them more stability, more strength, and more vitality in daily life. Mai-Tri is sourced in consciousness, and the consciousness is vast, it's eternal, it's always present, and this consciousness also channels through people. When a person has connected to a certain consciousness and he becomes a representation of that consciousness, he becomes a source or he becomes the channel. And when a person wants to source from that particular point to that contact point, it's like plugging into a source which is reliable. That becomes a source of Mai-Tri. Mai-Tri is a technique of releasing people from their captured emotions. So for that sake, you need channelized energy, a reliable source. So Mai-Tri is connected to the Supreme Consciousness, brighter than a million suns, and that is unlimited, unfathomable, undefinable, unknowable. And through that, when we connect to that energy, it will only work for the good aspects of life. It will never work for any negative aspects of life, such as greed or capture, conquer, or activities that are of negative by nature. It will not work for that. It will only work for enhancing or rejuvenating, stabilizing, those kind of things which are positive and good for the world. Mai-Tri is sacred and pure because it's connected to the consciousness, which is sacred and pure. This is without shadows, without shades. It's pure energy going through pure minds for the pure cause. And when a person is negative by nature, Mai-Tri would not work. For a person who has negative intentions, Mai-Tri won't work. That's because the source is pure. And the efforts of Mai-Tri or the channelization of Mai-Tri is for good causes. It's only for enhancing, rejuvenating, and revitalizing life. So Mai-Tri is like an accented meditation or a deep communion for the sake of enhancing life and life forms. Mai-Tri works for everybody. And the nature of it is pure. Because of that, it only delivers good things in life. And if it is blocked, it will not deliver. When somebody is skeptical and somebody who do not believe in it or thinks that this is all nonsense, then it will not work because the path is blocked, the gateway is blocked. That's why. Through Mai-Tri itself, you can keep yourself secure and pure. You have an aura field. And if you cover yourself with the brightness of the consciousness, which you are using for elevating the recipient, you can use the same on you. You can cover yourself, you can completely protect yourself, and then you can do the job to the others or connect to others and deliver. Mai-Tri is maintained pure. First of all, the foundation or Mohanji per se do not take any money out of it. It's absolutely no transaction internally. And the money received is to break the karmic bridge between the person who's transmitting Mai-Tri and the recipient. And 50% of what is earned is going for feeding the poor, the hungry. So that purity is always maintained. Whatever a person earns, 50% has to be used for feeding the hungry or the poor. And this is very important so that the purity of the whole process is maintained always. And also because of that, because of the activity, many people get food and supported that way. Life is supported. So the entire process is based on purity. Everything is pure. The source is never touching money. The platform is not accepting money. The practitioner is accepting money so that he or she can cut himself or herself from the karmic flow, the flow of karma. When two people interact, there is always an exchange of energy, which in terms of karma, it's karmic exchange. So somewhere it has to be made transactional so that it's blocked, it's dropped, or it's broken. And that money is 50% goes to the practitioner, 50% goes for Annadan, feeding the poor, feeding the hungry. So this feeding will definitely help purification. Anybody can receive Mai-Tri. There is no need to connect to Mohanji or knowing Mohanji to receive Mai-Tri. This is the pure energy connecting to consciousness, which is represented by Mohanji. And through that connection, the energy is flowing, and that's delivered with pure intentions to the recipient. And the person who receives need not know Mohanji or even accept Mohanji or any of the gurus of the tradition. For that person, all they need is the receptivity to accept the pure energy and see what happens. And nowhere you can guarantee healing. Healing cannot be guaranteed because it's a lot of combination, or a lot of things have to be combined for healing to happen. First of all, the intention of the recipient, then the karmic allowance, then the strength of the person who delivers. Everything should combine together. It should work together so that healing can happen. So we can't call this a healing method completely. It is a method which can purify a person, which can help healing. This is pure consciousness at work. There is no side effect for it, because if it is blocked, it will not work. That's all we can say about it. Otherwise, it will work 24/7 all the time. The main thing is intention should be pure. Purity of intention is a must, and the whole aspect should be handled with an utmost gratitude aspect. There should be gratefulness inside. Gratitude brings grace.